Everybody, it's Murphy Gray Hunter, and we are still Sunday night. It is July 23rd, about 7:45, I think, in the evening. I have a few videos that I want to post, and they were from the other day, so I think I'm going to go ahead and post them because I think I was looking through the videos and stuff that I was posting right now, and I'm like, oh man, there was two videos, one talking about my dogs, and the other one talking about encounters, witchy encounters that my family has had. You know, it's just, so I'll go ahead and post those. But this is a video response to Stray Bullet, and the question is how to prepare mentally for a long distance relationship. He or she's girlfriend. I don't know, Stray Bullet, if you're male or female. So if I'm saying he a lot, I'm not trying to offend, because I just take it for granted that it's Stray Bullet, gun, thinking a guy. But hey, girls carry guns all the time too. So, but his girlfriend is being deployed, and he will not see her for 4 years. Number one, I want to highly commend your girlfriend for what she's about to do. I have such high respect for people in the service, people who volunteer their own lives to go out there and make it safe for the Americans, for us Americans to have the type of life that we have, to give up their life so we can have a choice of freedom, so we can have a choice to live our lives the way we do, with, you know, freedom of speech and free will and blah blah blah, all these things that we get to do that a lot of Americans take for granted. So thank you so much to your girlfriend who is willing to do this, because I love soldiers. I love everything about a soldier, especially a woman soldier. You go, girl. You are a Wonder Woman. So much respect there. And so, you know, when people are saying, you know, we want to say thank you to all the soldiers who have given up, you know, sacrificed their own lives to make it safer, and I totally agree with that. But along with thanking that soldier, I think that we forget to thank the military husbands and wives, boyfriends and girlfriends and family members who are left behind, wondering every single day, are y'all safe? Are you okay? Because I am my husband was in the military for years, and he is a government contractor, but he still works with the military. And I worry about him all the time. He's the first person I think about when I wake up, and he's the last person I think about when I go to bed. There's nothing that he or anybody else can tell me to make me feel better. I try not to watch too much of the news, to hear, because I worry. I'm a worrier at heart. I worry about everything, and you know, I can't. It's just so hard. But when I met my husband, you know, he was doing this, okay, as I said. Now, once we were married and he had to go back, that was a whole different thing, because we were married and we had a baby, and it was just like, oh, he's got to go back overseas. But you know, when he told me that this is what he needed to do, I had to practice what I preach. I had to be like, okay, because I love you, I support you, we will do this. You know, I had it all in my head, the reasons why we were doing this. I had to be right on board with why he was doing this, because without my support, he was going to go with this feeling like, I wish I would have her support. You know, he wants to be able to leave here knowing that I'm okay. So even though I was dying inside and just like, oh, I don't want him to go, I don't want him to go. But that was for my own selfish needs. I didn't want him to go for my own selfish needs, because I wanted him to be here with me. But then I started thinking, I lived life before he was here. So why is it now all of a sudden I feel like I can't survive without him? You know, one of the reasons why he fell in love with me is because I'm such a strong, independent woman. So let me not disappoint him now when he needs me the most. He needed me to be strong for him and for our family, because this is something he had to do. And he can't do it knowing, you know, that I'm like falling apart. You know, and so, you know, it's kind of like you just have to take your big girl pill, your big boy pill, and do it. And you just have to be like, okay, we're going to do this. Because really, before you know it, the year will pass. It really will. And I say that because my husband has been in Afghanistan for over 10 years, okay? So, trust me, it doesn't get any easier, but it becomes a regular routine, a way of life. The important thing is that when you get ready to say goodbye to your girlfriend, you go drop her off at the airport or wherever it is that you have to take her, the last thing you want her to see on your face is a smile. You don't want the last thing that she sees you crying or being upset or mad, or just, you want her the night before, you prepare yourself. If that means you got to go to the bathroom and you take a shower and you cry in the shower, you do it. But don't let them see you cry, because it's just as hard for that person to leave. But I commend her for doing what she's doing, because she's literally doing this out of her own free will. Nobody's making her do it. She's doing it because she knows that this is the right thing to do for several reasons. And one of those things is because she is a selfless human being. And that is amazing. It takes a special person, a very special person, to give up their life to go and fight for other people. She's going over there to fight for your freedom, for the freedom for her mother and her father, her brothers and sisters, strangers. You know, she's doing it because the compassion that she has for everybody that she loves. And then, you know, not to mention, not only just that, but all the benefits that come with being a soldier. During those 4 years, she's going to experience things, she's going to see things, and every day she's going to get stronger and better, and, you know, she's going to just really turn into this, just blossom into this wonderful, well-rounded person. Not that she's not that now, I don't know her, but what I'm saying is that the mentality of a soldier, sometimes all you hear is the bad things. There are so many good things that happen to men and women when they go and serve. I'm telling you, my husband is one of them that I didn't know my husband before he went into the military, but I know the man that he is now. He is a little compulsive now. When he goes and he buys deodorant, he buys like 6 of those goddamn things. I'm like, you know, you don't need to buy 6 deodorants and 6 shampoos, and because we have a store right down the street. But my husband is super clean, super tidy, super neat. He's very goal oriented. My husband works super hard. And so I don't know if that's how he was before he went to the military. But I do know the man that he is now. And the military has a huge, huge impact on that. So you have to look at those kind of things. Be proud of her, which I'm sure you are. Be proud of her. Don't be upset that she's going. Be proud that she's going. Be proud that she's going to serve. Be proud, because everything she's doing, you know, it's going to not help just benefit her life, but it benefits all of the whole freaking United States. One person does make a difference. So keep that in mind when you're thinking about her leaving. You know, mentally prepare yourself by, I'm so proud of her. I'm so proud of her. And you have to put her needs ahead of yours. Don't be selfish and be like, what am I going to do here without you? How am I going to make it without you? You lived before her. You lived before she came into your life. You're going to continue living while she's gone. Okay? And so during that time that she's gone, and before she leaves, you need to make sure that the two of you talk about this and talk about the important things. Like, okay, are we going to be able to keep a relationship while we're gone? And she, of course she's going to say yes. Okay, that means that you have to do your hardest to build that communication, okay? You have to build a strong line of communication, with her while she's overseas. Making sure you're sending text messages, or because there's a lot of soldiers that have Facebook. You want to make sure that you are keeping your communication open with her, not just only through phone calls, but through text messaging and writing letters, sending cards, things like that. And so that is a number one thing, And again, make sure that that the two of you have the trust between you, because you don't want her to be over there worrying about what you're doing here. That is the worst thing that my husband says. He has said he has seen so many soldiers get hurt because they're so worried about what's going on at home that they're not focused about what's going on in front of them. Okay? They're not just at Disneyland. You know where they're going, and you know what's going to happen there. So you need her to be focused at all time. Don't worry, everything here at home is good. But that's your job, to make sure that you keep that communication good. You make sure that she knows that you are here waiting for her. You're supporting her. You love her. You miss her, but you will see her when you see her. That you will be here. If that's the kind of relationship the two of you have. So, it is going to be hard. It's going to be hard on both of you. Think about how hard it is for her, because she literally has to choose doing this great thing at the same time leaving you. That's hard. It really is hard. But she's selfless, because what she's doing is such a great thing she's doing. And with this crazy world right now, I mean, I really, really have a lot of respect for her. And for all the soldiers that go out. I just, Americans, we take a lot for granted. Our freedom, for number one. And so when I see young soldiers out there going out and fighting for our freedom, my hat's off to y'all. I have a lot of respect. And so you have the job of showing her how much you appreciate her, how much you love her, how much, you are waiting for her to come home. And, just keep doing that. And like I said, you'll be able to, be upset and cry all you want, but don't let her see that. Remember, you want the last thing that she sees is you smiling and you hugging her and telling her, proud of you, I love you, I can't wait to see you. And make sure you have the address to where she's going, so you'll know exactly where she's going to be, how to reach her in case of emergency. And then once she gets over there, every time she calls you, you want to make sure that you are full supportive. So another thing that you can do is something that I do for my husband. I always give him this right around Christmas time. I give him a box of cards, like a little Christmas box. If you scroll through, you'll find one of the videos that I made. It's a Christmas box, a little tin, and you can put it in a big envelope if you will. You don't have to put it in a box. But in there, I put a bunch of cards, like greeting cards. I went in and bought a bunch of greeting cards, and then a lot of blank ones. You can buy like a box of blank ones with all different designs. You can, and also write letters. So the cards were, open this when it's your birthday. So on the front of it, I would put, on the envelope, I put, open this on the top here. Open this, and then when it's your birthday. Okay? And the card was in there with a message, whatever. And then open this when you're homesick. Open this when you need to know how much I love you. Open this, so you'll know how much I miss you. Open this on Valentine's Day. Open this, on Christmas. Open this. Do some cards like that, and do some letters. So you can do one like, have one like, open this when you're mad at me. And then she can go in there and open that letter, and it'll be a letter just saying whatever, I'm sorry, whatever. Open this, when, open this when you're feeling homesick. And just write in there how much you're proud of her, or whatever it is. Open this when you need to know how much I appreciate you. Open this when you need to know what you're doing is a great thing. Open this when, It's Halloween. Open this when it's whatever it is, Valentine's Day, whatever it is. But this is a time to start doing that. Start preparing those cards and those letters. If you don't want to do cards, if all you want to do is letters, do letters. Put stickers. Make it super cute. Make it special for her. Seal them all up. Put them in an envelope. And then, you know, before she leaves, give them to her. And so she'll have enough to last her. You know, give her enough to last her for the first year. And then when she's gone, you can start working on the ones that's in for the next year. I did that for my husband. And he has a box right now for this year. And so I keep a journal, right? Just like a regular journal like this, right? And what I do is I go in the journal and I write to him. So you can go ahead and start one right now. And you can just write in there like what you're going through, what you're feeling, how you're feeling, what you're thinking, and write it in there. So what I would do for my husband, I would write a journal to him, and when he would come home for his R&R, I would give it to him. And then, you know, she can take it. You can mail it to her when you finish it. And after 6 months, if you want to, just get a small journal, and after 6 months, send it to her. And so she can take the journal and she can read it, and then she can write on the page, next to the page, behind the page, what she feels. So you can do something like a journal, say like, today is July 23rd, you know, whatever year it is, right? This is what I did today. This is how many times, you know, I thought about you. This is what we would be doing. This, whatever. Like a diary journal. Then here, you can put, what did you do today? And then she can write. Or what are your thoughts? Or whatever it is. So then when she can either send it back to you, or when she comes home, she can give you the journals. You can go through and read them. This is something fun. My husband and I do that. But it really is nice, you know, for them to get mail. So make sure that you go ahead and prepare yourself to write. Yes, text messages are great. Emails are great. But when that mail comes, it's so nice for them to receive a letter. Because my husband says over there in Afghanistan, he's like, he calls it like Jesus days, or Moses days. What he calls it, Moses days. Because there's nothing there. He says there's nothing there but the camp. And they try to make it as homey as they can for the soldiers. Now I'm going to tell you, they take great care of the soldiers. They feed them well. You know, they make sure that they have everything that they need. They really do take great care of our soldiers. But, you know, you know, like my husband says, it's like you look out and you just see like mud huts and just mountains, and it's not home. So when they receive a piece of mail and they get something from home, you enclose a photo or whatever, like if there's a place that y'all used to go eat a lot or something y'all like to go do, make it fun. Put some stuff in there. Send packages, send letters. But communication is a great thing for them, because that's when they become homesick, when they just don't have anything. But if you give them something to look forward to, it's going to be great. So you really, really need to focus on that, on being prepared to be a great pen pal. She's going to really, really, you know, be waiting on those letters. They're going to mean a lot to her. She'll probably read the letters over and over and over, because we're girls. That's what we do. You know, my husband wrote me a love letter, and for our last year's anniversary. And guess what? This is my planner. It's right here. I keep it right there in my planner, and I read it all the time, because seeing it in his handwriting, I can hear his words as I'm reading it. It's so special. It's so very special to us. So yes, I love the text messages and I love the emails, but I love letters, and we're girls. That's what we'd like, you know. So be prepared to write. Be prepared to send cards. Be prepared to be her #1 supporter. Okay? Don't give her any reason to not trust you. And you don't have any reason to not trust her. Trust me. You know, it's not like that over there. It really isn't. And it's not going to be easy. It won't be easy. It's going to be hard. But while she's gone, focus on something for yourself. What do you want to do with your life? What do you want to do for these next 4 years? Maybe take a class. Maybe take a class, you know, or get involved in some, you know, some kind of club, or some kind of club. I'm sure there's something you're interested in doing. You know, say you're interested in art, you're interested in pottery, you're interested in something. Find something to do where not only will it help keep your mind off of missing your girlfriend, but it also, you meet new people, and sometimes, you know, that helps too, so you're not just focused on her so much. I mean, you know, it gives you something to do. Or if you're going to go back to school and learn something, or go to school to learn something, be productive in those 4 years that she's gone, so when she comes home, you know, you've accomplished something and she's accomplished something, you know. So those are the things that I would say to mentally prepare yourself. Start thinking about what you're going to do for yourself while she's gone, and also figure out what you want to do, what you're going to do for her while she's gone. I really do suggest going and buying all the stationery you need. Have everything you need. Pens and envelopes and paper and stationery. Have everything you need right there with you, so you can make it a regular routine thing. When I send my husband something, it takes almost 14 days to get to him. So, my husband loves going into his little tin and looking for the cards and stuff. I didn't think he did, but he told me I got you know, the cards that I have and the letters. He reads everything that I send him. He reads everything that I write him in his journals and things, and they really do look forward to that. So, but I will tell you, the number one thing that my husband tells me all the time is that he could do none of this if I didn't, you know, support him. If he didn't have my support and love and trust that I give him, he couldn't do this, because it means a lot to him that he knows that I'm here supporting him. He knows that I'm here. I will support him, and I will wait for him. However long it takes, I'll be here. And so that's the number one thing. That's what you want to keep, you know, in her head. And I know it sucks, because you're like, well, I'm doing all this for her. Well, what about me? That's why I say we need our own day too. As being the loved ones of soldiers, we need our own day too, because we suffer and sacrifice just as they do. Yeah, we have more amenities here in the States, but we go through it also. We go through, you know, the pain of missing our loved ones, and you know, I say grieving for them, but it's not, they're not dead, but it's, yeah, we do grieve for them, because we can't see them. We can't just drive to go see them. We can't take a plane to go see them. You know, we can't just pick up the phone and call them whenever we want. Now, mind you, I can text my husband whenever I want, but I won't hear from him right away. Sometimes there might be, you know, some days that I won't hear from him, and I'm like worried, I'm terrified, like, why hasn't he called me? And so you have a lot of those things, and when you watch the news and you see all the stuff that's happening, it's terrifying. It really is. This is going to be a test to see how strong you really are, because I will tell you, it's not easy, and it doesn't get easier. You just learn to cope with it, okay? But I hope this helped you. You know, you can always find me on Facebook under Murphy Gray Hunter. You know, I will be more than happy to be your support system, because I definitely know what it feels like. And I'm still living it now. And so, there were times, I will tell you, when I would see my husband packing the night before, and I would just go into I said, I'm gonna go take a bath. And he's like, okay. And I go take a bath, and I just cry. I just cry. Because I don't want him to go. And it was like, it's not fair. I don't want him to go. 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 And I just get it all out. And I'm like, okay, wash my face and come out. okay, do you need me to wash your clothes so you can pack them? Do you need me to, what do you need me to help you do, to help you pack? And then the morning of, I just like, oh, I hate this day. You know, I hate it. I hate it. And I wake up and I'm just like, you know, I don't even want to go to sleep the night before because I know he's got to leave. And he gets up, my husband gets in a mindset, like he prepares himself to go overseas. Like he just clicks and he's like, I'm mentally prepared to go. And, you know, so he's being strong for me, I'm being strong for him. You know, and it's like, he's getting ready and then he goes and he takes a shower. And I see him, you know, walking around with his towel and I'm just like, oh, I don't want him to go, you know, like, don't want him to go, you know, but I'm like, I just don't look. I'm like, you know what? Not even gonna look. I'm not even gonna look. I'm just like looking at my phone. Put some clothes on. Finally, you know, he's ready and he's got his stuff on and I smell his cologne and I'm just like, oh, fuck, so let's go. Let's go. He's got his suitcase and we get in the car. We go to the airport and as we get closer and closer, oh, I hate it. And then it's time to get off. And we literally just get a quick hug and he's like, okay, bye baby, I'll call you once I get to Atlanta. Because he goes from Austin to Atlanta, then Atlanta to Dubai. After Atlanta, I won't hear from him. I won't hear from him till he gets to Dubai. And then that's a text message. I mean, an email. Because it's so expensive to call. So I get an email. Baby, I've arrived, whatever. Okay. Then from Dubai, he has to go to his processing camp. And then from processing camp into the mountains, into his camp. Sometimes I won't hear from him for 5 days. And like he'll leave on, like say he leaves on Sunday, I won't hear from him till like Saturday, following Saturday. And it sucks. It sucks. But you just gotta prepare yourself. So after we leave the airport, I go and I stop and I get my vegan Chunky Monkey ice cream. Thank God they got vegan ice cream. I go home. I put on my big girl stretchy pants on, and I just sit there. I just eat my emotions, eat my ice cream, and be sad. And then he'll call me when he gets to the airport. Hey, baby. And I'm like, oh, okay, good, all right. Well, I love you. Make sure you call me and blah, blah, blah. Okay, I love you. All right, be safe. Hang up the phone and just like, oh. Because when I walk into the house is so empty. And I can smell his cologne. And it's horrible. It's horrible. Okay? I'm not even going to lie to you. It's horrible. Horrible. I'd rather eat dirt than have to do this. But gotta do it. So for the first week, all of my friends and family know, don't call me, don't talk to me, leave me alone because I'm not in a good mood. But I'm fine, you know. Afterwards I'm like, okay, it's cool. And so the first couple of weeks is hard because I miss them. But then after the back, I bounce back and like, let's get this shit done. We got to get stuff done. And it becomes a way of life. So yes, it sucks. It sucks. But you can do it. You can do it. And if you love her and she loves you, it is worth every bit of the hard work because she is going to benefit so much. My husband has benefited from the military so much. We benefit from it as a family. We live a very comfortable life. My husband is so well respected because of everything he has accomplished. My husband is still early in his 40s and he has accomplished so much because of the military life. Being in the military and using the military, full advantage of the military and the benefits that we get from it because of everything that he sacrificed to be there for his family and for the world, you know, for United States, for all these strangers, you know, he benefits from it. We all do. And so, you know, but again, you might go through a lot of ice cream like I do. But you know what? My husband already knows, like, do you want me to go get you some ice cream? No, I don't need it. Then I stop right on the way home from the airport. I have dye all on my fingers. I dyed my hair, my roots, my gray hairs. I'm telling you, I used to get gray hairs when I was like 14, 15. They said, oh, it's a sign of wisdom. Now it's just a sign that you're getting old, bitch. That's what it is. I'm gonna be 48 this what month? It's like I'm already old. August. My birthday is August 24th. I'm going to be 48. Oh my gosh. That can't be so. I don't feel it. I don't feel it, nor do I look it in my eyes. But I can't believe it. I told my mom, you must have got it wrong on my birth certificate. I don't think that that's right. I mean, age ain't nothing but a number. I think really is about how you feel. But, you know. Alright, so I hope this helped you, Stray Bullet. And again, find me under Murphy Grey Hunter. If you need some support system, I'll be glad to help you support. But there are so many people like us who support one another. And tell your girlfriend that I am so super proud of her. And have such high respect for her and all the men and women who go out there to serve their country. Alright, as always, I love you all and blessed be. Bye.